Hey, this is Tyler with TJack Survival. Today I'm going to talk to you about my ultimate EDC fishing kit, so stay tuned. Alright guys, so what exactly is an ultimate EDC fishing kit? Alright, so what it is a kit that I've created for everyday carry if you're in the backcountry for fishing. It is small, okay? Small is good. Now I can do everything I need from traps to hand fishing to whatever with this nice little kit. I can throw it on my belt, I can throw it in a bag, whatever. It's maybe half a pound, very lightweight and very, very simple. So, I used this kit specifically in the jungle last September when I went down there with Tops Knives and Bushcraft Global. I made this kit first off from a Tactical Tailor Escape and Evasion bag. Now, the Tactical Tailor Escape and Evasion bag, why that? Well, it had some really cool pockets in it, and those pockets were very conducive to the type of stuff that you want to put in a fishing kit. Now, first off, my bread and butter for this kit is this little guy right here. This is a custom hand fishing kit that I got from Kyle at Emberlit. Essentially what you do, and this is a copy of the one that I took to the jungle. The one I used in the jungle was a prototype, and I eventually ended up smashing it. Because of that, we were able to change the design of this in order to be more robust. Now, this model was made by hand from wood, and it's the same shape that he's making his plastic ones now. If you want one of these, I'll leave a link in the bottom underneath in the discussion box. So essentially all you're going to do with this guy is hold on to it, you unreel it, swing your hooks around and throw it right out into the river, and then just hold your finger right here, okay? You hold your finger right here when you're ready. So it's flying out and you get to the length you want, you push that and then it falls. Or you can just let it go out as far as you want to go and then hold it. Now to this I've added a bobber and a hook. If you need a little more weight, you can put a piece of lead weight right on there. Once you've added that lead weight, it'll be a little bit stronger. I like to use natural stuff like worms and bugs and fish and whatever, because if it's growing right there, it's in season for what the fish are eating and they're more likely to eat it. Now I'll just take a grasshopper, run them through the hook, a worm, whatever. If I don't have a worm, you can always bring a bag of synthetic worms. Something like use some 550 cord on a hook to make a dry fly. I can't think today. So some 550 cord on a hook, and that's a really good way to do that. All right, so that's my main catcher. What else have I gotten here? Well, I've got this little guy right here so that I can take hooks out of the mouth of the fish. That's really, really nice, especially when the fish swallows it. You don't have to tear its whole head apart to get down in there to get to the hook. This is the main, there's two big pockets in here. This is the main pocket that I keep my hand kit in. Right here is a yo-yo trap. I had another yo-yo trap I ended up giving to the Matisse when I left. And I've got videos on yo-yo traps. The cool thing about them is you can hang them in a tree and then walk away. The reason why it's nice to hang them in a tree and walk away is sometimes when you're walking along the side of a river, your footsteps are enough motion to cause the fish to scatter, or your shadow scatters them. And if you can just drop this in the river and go away, it's fishing while you're doing something else. Especially in a survival situation, that is really, really nice. So there's my yo-yo kit. I have some heavy line right here. I stuck this in here for fish with big teeth. Okay, so if I'm back east, or if I'm somewhere like the Amazon and I want to catch something with big teeth, I'm going to connect this to the bottom of this yo-yo trap. That way when they bite it into this cable, they're not gonna chew through the string that I've got here, and that gives me the ability to catch toothy fish. So put that away. Now, what I did here is I've got this little bitty kit. Very, very small micro magnum by Plano. It's just a plastic thing. I think I got it at Walmart. I've loaded this thing up with different size hooks and lead weights, stuff that I can kind of adjust. I put a couple of flies in there. That way if I want to set out a yo-yo trap with a fly, or if I want to use my hand fishing kit with a fly, I can throw it on there. And then I have a couple spinners. This one spinner looks a lot like a fish. I've had a lot of success with flashy things that look like fish, so I put them there. On the other side here we have these longer leaders. These longer leaders are nice because they can be added to this if I need to, or they can be added to the bottom of the Yo-Yo trap. And on a note, I got these Yo-Yo traps off of eBay or Amazon. I can't remember which. Either way, I will leave a link for them down below. They're something like 20 bucks. I mean, they're so cheap for 4 of them. I don't recall the exact price and it fluctuates, but the point is, for very cheap, you can have multiple ways of catching fish. You can put this on a floating jug or pop bottle and put it out on a line in the middle of a river or lake. You can hang them from trees. They are super, super versatile, and that gives you, again, multiple ways of collecting food while you're doing something else. Okay, again, this last little part, I got more spinners. Very simple. Build this how you want it to be built based upon the place that you're at. If you're in a place that's good with worms, you want a lot of the normal hooks. If you're in a place that's got predatory fish that are spawning, so that means they're probably not eating, you want something that flashes. You go down and flash next to them and they'll hit it. Whereas hanging a hook by them all day long, they may not hit it. Okay, this last little chunk of stuff I've got in here, these are leads. This is for fly fishing, but again, this is for toothy fish. Like right here is, I realize the sack that they're contained in is not the thing that they're looking at on the inside. I just used old sacks for these lines. But this is some Kevlar toothy fish line. This is some floating line. It just gives me more options. If I want to float something across the top of the river because I've got bass that are coming up, I can use those with the Yo-Yo trap. Especially if you put it in a stream, it'll sit there and move. Lots of options. You can build this however you want. Make sure I haven't missed anything. No, I've got more pockets for more stuff should I choose. But it's fairly simple. That is my ultimate EDC fishing kit. I hope this is valuable to you. If it is, please consider hitting the subscribe button. Leave any questions you have down below, and thank you for watching TJack Survival.